Am I really
Whose life
happy?
are
What
you
do I
living?
want to be known
What is
for?
my
What is my
legacy? How can I
deepest
get
fear in
more?
life?
Hi, I'm Natalie Lemus, and this is my journey and lessons from my own life. The Journey. Hey friends, today we're delving into what do you want to be known for? What's your legacy? And of course, this playlist is all about my journey, so my take on that question. And I'm gonna bring us back to when I was working in our family's business. So 2012, when I first joined, everything, like I said, running awesome, growing, learning, was really cool. I was young, and I still am young. Hey, being able to just be in, high level meetings and really give my point of view on a lot of cool stuff. I loved it, absolutely loved it. And then, as you know, my mom started to have some major health challenges. This devastated and rocked my world in a way that I still to this day can't really fathom. And it's like somebody that knows us really well. She's been a family friend and my mentor for many years. She once called me. She knew I was in a really, really low place. And this was like June 2018. So not even that long ago. She called me and she's like, I've been really worried about you. And I said, why? I did not want to admit that I actually had convinced myself that I was okay. Like, have you ever had anything happen to you or in your life and you just kind of brush it off and you just keep on going because life is just too complex as it is, and you're like, ain't got no time to deal with this, right? Like, I seriously just wanted to just move on with my life. And as you know, and as I know, you can't. Like, I thought that I was moving on and I wasn't. I thought that I was over it and that I had accepted everything, and I hadn't. And she called me and she's so kind and she was genuinely concerned, and she just said, you're not the same. You are not as happy, and I'm worried about you. I think you need to get help. And that was the day I decided to get help, and I went to counseling about my mom and her health challenges and things like that. So rewinding though, right when she first started to have a lot of those challenges, it was so jarring to me, and the contrast was so great. Have you ever, and maybe you have had a parent, pass away or get ill, or somebody close to you, and you start to ask yourself those questions that you would maybe only ask when you're in your 80s, or I don't know, in your 50s or something like that. Like, what do I want to be known for? Just kind of thinking back on your life and making an intention for how you'd want to be known instead of just living haphazardly. Anyways, that's why I asked myself that question. I was getting a latte one day. I don't even drink coffee anymore. I can remember this so well because I was with my dad and he came to just see me at the office, and my dad is so funny. He's like the funniest, friendliest human I've ever met. He knows everyone's name. Like, no matter where we go, if it's Albertsons or Fred Meyer, he'll like know the florist's name, and he's beyond friendly. And so he's like, Nat, he's like, let's go get some coffee. And I'm like, I have to work, Dad. And he's like, no, come on, let's get coffee. And we walked over to the Flying M. Not sponsored. I've always wanted to say that. I don't know. Anyways, it's a local coffee shop. And hey, Flying M friends. And so we walk over to the Flying M and we get a latte. And he's like, how are you doing with everything that's going on with Mom? And I remember in that moment, I just looked at him and I said, Dad, I don't know. I don't know, because everything to me is different now. It was like everything was with one lens, and then all of a sudden, poof, just the lens changed. And now I'm looking out of like a gray filter. Everything just turned gray. Like, everything had a heaviness around it. Everything in my life, like the work environment, everything. And I just said, I read this book recently, and it said at the time, it said it takes 10,000 hours to become a master at something. And I remember thinking, my mom is a master. My mom is a master in sales and negotiation and putting deals together and business. And she spent her whole career becoming a master in that one thing. And she's made millionaires out of people. Forget millionaires, multi-millionaires. She's saved people's asses because can I say fucking? I don't know. She's a fucking genius. Fucking genius. And she became a master because she studied the art of investing and all of this stuff. And I remember I looked at my dad and I was like, I read this book and it said 10,000 hours to become a master at something. And I told my dad, I was like, I'm just asking myself, like, what do I want to become a master at? I was in my early 20s and I'm thinking, okay, if I spent 10,000 hours at something, like, it better be worth it, dude. Like, at the end of the day, if I got sick the very next day, I'd want it to be worth it. Like, I'd want it to be something that I chose. And he's like, well, so what is it? Like, what do you want to become a master at? Okay, and I just gotta tell you, like, you cannot judge me for this answer, okay? This is my true answer. This is what I said in the moment. So, here it is. And I cried, you guys. I cried. Like, right now, I'm not gonna cry about it because I'm just not. But I told him, I said, I want to be known for and I want to be a master of love. Loving myself first and then loving others, period. And he was like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, that's it. I just want to know how to love myself. Like, I want to know how to love myself 100%. And then from there, love others. He's like, okay, Nat, have a great day. Like, and that was it. And so that's my answer. It's just, that's it. That's my journey. And now I say leave people better. But really, the root of that is loving others. And I know that you can't give what you don't have. So this whole pursuit has been finding out how to love myself and how to allow myself the space and freedom to just show up how I am, exactly as I am, with no edits. Well, I think there's going to be some edits in this process, but you know what I'm talking about. With no filters, with no self-judgment or self-hatred or self-editing, more like, oh, I shouldn't say that, or, oh, what if they don't like that, and all that bullshit. Because just honestly, what I learned through my mom's health challenge is just life is fucking fragile. Having that so up close and personal in me, like that things could just change like that at that young age, I don't want to waste a second doing something I don't love. I don't want to waste a second living someone else's life or not knowing why I'm here. And if you don't know why you're here, make it up. Make it up. Just have something. So what's your something? Is it fun, love, peace? Is it, I don't know, your life of the party? Whatever it is. I'm curious. Would you let me know, please? I really want to know. So yeah, share, comment, ring the bell for the notifications. Love to stay in touch. Thanks, guys. See you soon.